Evening moon shines. So this will be take five. Take five. I'm really struggling with this video tonight. Oh, well, you know, I get on a subject and then I just start rambling, and then I look at the time and it's like 30 minutes and I'm like, I need to cut this down somehow. So anyways, had an amazing day. I'm driving along, and, you know, I'm just doing my thing, and hold on, I need to blow my nose. So yeah, I'm driving along, I'm doing my thing, and, you know, it's just like this very unfamiliar phenomena where I'm just like, all of a sudden, out of the blue, it's like, I'm so happy. I love my life so much. And it's like it comes from like this genuine place of like authentic happiness, like an authentic love of life. And, you know, I mean, by other people's standards, I don't have a spectacular life, but in my opinion, in my estimation of my life, I love my life. I think it's an amazing thing. I feel I'm grateful, you know. I feel like, I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like my purpose here is to, I don't know, to learn how to forgive, to learn how to heal, you know. I don't know, and it's kind of a crazy thing. And so I guess that, you know, I am constantly being reminded the importance of myself in this world. And I'm not trying to be egotistical or anything like that. It's not what I'm trying to be at all. It's more a humble awakening, I feel like, and the ability to admit my divinity. And I feel like to be able to stay on this course that I'm on, you have to love yourself a lot. Because it just, I don't know, it's like the things I'm learning and the things the knowledge that I'm able to express in wisdom can only come from a very loving and intelligent consciousness. And there's this awareness that I have that becomes more cemented in who I am, that I am 100% that consciousness. And, you know, it's a chilling kind of thing. It's kind of, but what I'm learning is, like, through the power of imagination, you know, we're given two gifts. We're given two gifts in life. This is something that I've learned through Neville Goddard. We're given two gifts in life. When we come here, we're given two gifts. We're given the mind of God, and we're given the gift of speech, which is what God used to bring this existence, into the material, to take that energy and manifest it as this material existence that we're all a part of. And us are that God's ability to experience all of those energies and all of those expressions that we are in this existence. And it's such a freaky kind of freaking thing when you are so aware of that understanding. You know, I've said before in the past that we are all here to remember who we are. We're here to remember how to love. And we're all at our different stages of remembering, and sometimes I forget that. I feel like as a human who has been programmed to not trust, to have trust issues, that whole trust and belief thing is a scary thing. And so when you're able to actually be vulnerable, to allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to trust, I don't feel like you're ever let down. I feel like you're constantly like reaching for more of that. But through God's, that gift of speech, God brought into creation that which we are today. And we have those two gifts. We have God's mind, and we have the gift of speech. We have the ability to bring what we want into our creation. I've said this before, you know, I believe that everything within my realm here is my creation. Therefore, it is my job, and this is something that I've learned through the cards that Connie gave me for Christmas, my tarot deck, is that this is my creation. And since this is my creation, I am the mother of this creation. Therefore, it is my job to nurture this the best way that I can, with the understanding of what love is to me. And so it kind of like makes you, I don't know, recognize that everything in this creation that I'm creating is a reflection of myself. And it's up to me to decide if all of those aspects of my creation are necessary. And through that co-creator, that divine intelligence that I am, and allowing that divine intelligence to take control of the silly, small-minded concerns in my life, I don't know, I'm able to, through that, I'm able to have a much more beautiful expression of the way I'm living my life. And so, you know, and that's what I'm learning through, you know, the Joe Dispenza meditations, and, you know, through Neville Goddard's lectures and books, and you know, I'm grateful that they're both around, that they were, you know, I mean, I have Dr. Joe over here, who's like the science behind the whole thing, like the quantum, you know, physics, and the energy and the atoms, and how it's all like the same thing, and it just is energy. So I have that Dr. Joe over here, and how we, since we are a part of that energy, we're able to manipulate the energy in those fields that every reality exists. And if you have a difficult time understanding that, or making that applicable in your life, then, like myself, I have Neville Goddard over here, who's like got that whole metaphysical feel to it, and uses like super beautiful spiritual stuff that you put them together, and it's like this beautiful marriage that is able to, you know, I don't know, teach me so many. It's just like I can't even, it's like I'm able to understand it better because it's giving me like a standpoint where I can logically reason. I can reason it. And then it's giving me this whole mystical, like metaphysical, like, I don't know, like spiritual, like actual, like, I don't know, spiritual mojo, or spiritual, like spiritual kung fu, you know. And so, and you're putting them together, and it's kind of like, the whole, like, having that elevated thought, or that thought with that elevated feeling, and so it's all like, so you have your elevated feeling and your thought, and it goes out there and it attaches to that whatever it was that I was able to talk about. Oh, what is it? The subatomic particle. It attaches to that subatomic particle, and it becomes, you know, your desire, your manifestation. And then, you know, and so, and that's how Neville, you know, and Neville, that's what Neville does, is he gives you the means by which to do that. He gives you like these tools so that you're able to visualize, you're able to start really exercising that imagination, because he says that Christ is your wonderful human imagination. And when you wake up, when your imagination actually wakes up, that is Christ resurrecting. And every time you use your imagination, you are putting Christ to work through you. I don't know. I think that's lovely. I think that's lovely. And, you know, I'm not a whole Bible loving Christian, going to church on Sunday type of person. That's how I was raised. And I think that Christianity is a great disservice to us as humans. And, so when I first started listening to Neville, I tell you what, it triggered me, because he uses the Bible to teach his way of conducting spiritual kung fu. And the way he uses it is so beautiful, and it resonates with me, and it evokes in me like feelings that are more of like an understanding than anything else. I can't even explain it. And I wish that I could, because I want people to check him out. I want people to check Neville out, and I don't want them to be triggered when he brings the Bible into it, and Christ and God. And, you know, if anything, I just wish for them to, you know, get past it. Don't give it more credit than it deserves. He's not talking about the Christian God and the Christian Christ. It's way bigger than that, and it makes so much freaking sense. And I don't know, I just feel like it resonates. And it's crazy to me, because I would have had nothing to do with a Bible, with the whole Christ idea, with the Holy Trinity and the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And, you know, there's still some aspects that I'm like, but for the most part, I do see how we are God. And in us, Christ exists, which is our wonderful human imagination, which God uses to experience this crazy thing we call life. I don't know. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but I mean, I guess I do. It's because, you know, I'm having this experience in my life where, you know, I've been pounding it into my head that happiness is an inside job, and how the more I pounded that into my head, the more I am shown that's the truth. That's the truth. And I can't believe, I don't know, I just have never had this level of peace, and I don't know. And it's all from letting go and loving, and always loving, and no matter what, remembering that we're all at our different stages of remembering, and that I've been in those stages where, you know, I react out of fear rather than love, and I reacted badly in the past, and I was reacting based off of that stage of remembering that I was at. And I don't know why, but I feel like that level, I was like way down here, and I'm like, I don't know, it's a crazy thing. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that. It's just, I'm just trying to like figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out and actually believe that that's the truth. But I feel like it is. I don't know. I don't know. That's my life. That's my life, and why I said, you know, I'm just driving around and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm so happy. I love my life. And I think I know it's because of that. I know it's because of that. It's rewiring, and it's rewiring those synapses in your head so that, you know, the way they used to wire, they can't wire that way anymore. And because they can't wire, they can't fire. And so new pathways have to be, you know, built, and that's what's happening. That's what's happening in my mind right now. It's like it's being rewired and new synapses, and it takes different things to fire those synapses, and it's like positivity, and it's being vulnerable and being okay with being vulnerable and loving the fact that you're vulnerable, and not allowing shame and guilt in the small self to have anything to do with what's happening here, and allowing yourself to let go when you don't know what else to do. And instead of controlling and trying to control it all, you just have to let it go and allow that higher intelligence, that divine intelligence, to just come in and do what it needs to do, because its higher mind, its resolution is going to, it has the only resolution that's going to work for you and everything that's happening in your creation. And being able to imagine the best for yourself, and believing implicitly that you are worthy of those amazing imaginations. So, you know, I don't know. That's where I am today. That's where my path has taken me today. And it just gets easier and easier for me to wake up and be in this place. And that's an amazing thing, you know, and I love my life. I love the people in my life. You know, I'm doing my DoorDash, and today was amazing. It was an amazing DoorDash day. I mean, money-wise was okay, but I mean, for the most part, you know, I was just, it was cold out, but it was beautiful. And I got to spend a lot of my day in Golden, which I love, like downtown Golden. I think the reason I like Golden so much is because, you know, I like being in Golden. Downtown Golden's a fun place. And but, you know, when you're doing DoorDash in Golden, in downtown Golden, or just in Golden in general, I mean, it's kind of like, so, I mean, you're picking up here and you're delivering right there. So, I mean, the pickup and the delivery distance is so insignificant, and you're making pretty good money. And it's just fun to be there. And so when I got to be in Golden a lot today, I would say predominantly I was in Golden. And so I'm out in Golden, and I get a call from Christy, and she's like, and I'd like to preface this by saying that Christy is gluten-free. She both her and Connie are gluten-free. They have no gluten in their diet at all, but Ty and Poppy are not. So anyway, she gives me a call and she's like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I went to Crumble Cookie and I got like 4 cookies, and if you want one, I'd be more than happy to bring you one. I'm taking one to Tyler right now. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm out in Golden. If you want, I can just drop by and pick it up. And she's like, okay, that's fine. And so we got off the phone and I texted her later. I was like, hey, I'm going to do a couple more orders and then I'll come by and get the cookie. And she was like, okay, well, if you want, you can stay for dinner. And I'm like, okay. And so, you know, I was cool. I get a, you know, go have dinner with the kids again, the second time this week. So that was fun. And, you know, I tell you what, I just jump at any opportunity I can to spend time with them grandbabies. And so, yeah, it was a nice surprise. I was very appreciative. So, thanks, Christy. Thanks for inviting me over for ramen. We had ramen, and she made truffles. She made truffles for me for Valentine's Day, and she put it in this cute little heart tin. And they're so yummy. They're so yummy. And they smell so good. She's amazing. She's an amazing confectionist, and you know, she also is an amazing baker. And she doesn't bake anything. She most of her stuff is gluten-free. And I don't normally like gluten-free stuff, but I tell you what, she has a gift. That girl has a gift. She does amazing things in the kitchen. So yeah, and I love her truffles. And so she's like, here, I made the truffles. And I got a sugar cookie. She gave me a sugar cookie from Crumble Cookie. And Tyler was at work, so it was just us girls, which was nice. I mean, I love Tyler, but you know, he's like I've said in the past, he can be pretty overwhelming. And so it's kind of nice just to have, you know, just to have it be us girls. And so that was fun. And Poppy was, of course, adorable. Such a sweet girl. I got some video of her. I'll include it with this. And I have to get better at recording, because that one of the kids the other night was not the best. But I'm gonna get better at that. I think Poppy's the video I did of Poppy tonight was much better. But anyways, I'm super happy today. I've had an amazing day. I feel very blessed, and I'm just gonna keep on soldiering on, because that's what you do. And remembering that we're all here to remember who we are, and we're here to remember how to love, and that we're all at our different stages of remembering, and the world is a crazy, crazy place, and I'm just gonna love y'all, because that's what you do. That's what we do. So I love you, and you guys have a restful night, and don't forget to live abundantly.
Well, no, she wants to use the cream and stuff, and I don't want to open that.
Do you have some lotion? Can I have some? Oh, thank you. Can I have a little bit more? Oh, thank you. You're such a sweet girl. Moon? Okay.
Noisy's gone away. Put your cocoa powder up here.
Bless you.
So many truffles. I could do some this weekend. I'm gonna try and get them done again. Bye.
Push it hard. She knows how to do it. She knows what needs to be done. I just don't think she knows that it needs to be done so strongly or firmly. You know what I mean? What a strong girl. Honk, honk.